Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up the Tangem wallet step by step. It's one of the easiest, in fact, it is the easiest cold wallet on the entire market. So I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up step by step. And then I'm going to show you how to transfer crypto from a crypto exchange directly to the Tangem wallet. And then at the end, I'll go over some common questions that I get about Tangem that you'll definitely want to stick around for. If you are interested in getting a Tangem wallet, just know that there is a link in the description of this video that'll get you anywhere from 10 to 25% off your entire Tangem wallet order. So without any further ado, let's get right into the Tangem wallet setup. So let me switch over to my camera here. So here we have it. This is the only thing you need to set up your Tangem wallet. You need an NFC compatible phone. It can either be iOS or Android. Today I'm using my cheap Android phone. And of course, your Tangem wallet. Now this is a 3-pack of brand new cards. Got 3 cards right here. So we're going to go ahead and start setting this up. So the first thing you need to do is go to your app store and search for Tangem. And we're going to download the Tangem app. And this app is completely free. Just make sure you download it, from the official app store, whatever one you're using, either iOS or Android. And just bear with me here. It looks like my Wi-Fi connection is probably not the best, but no worries. We'll get there eventually. Let's see here. Might have to restart this. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, you definitely need a good Wi-Fi connection when you're downloading the app. It's unfortunate I have to use my Android phone for this because this is a super cheap Android phone, which is why it takes a while, but that's okay. This just goes to show that you can use Tangem on even the cheaper devices. Okay, cool. Once the Tangem app is downloaded, go ahead and open the app. There's a bunch of terms of service. If you want to read through that, go ahead and do that. I've already read through it. If you would like to enable push notifications, you can also do that. This is cool because it'll let you know, like, if you receive any crypto in your wallet or anything like that, it'll notify you. For now, I'm just going to tap later. So this is a screen that you should see when you first open the app before you set anything up. And what you want to select is Scan Tangem. And then you pick up the first card. It doesn't matter which card it is. Just pick it up and hold it to the back of your phone to start the setup process. Okay, now this is where a lot of people mess up. When you set up your Tangem wallet, you can set it up with a seed phrase, which is 12 to 24 random words, or without a seed phrase. So if you want to set it up without a seed phrase, you just go ahead and tap Create Wallet. If you want to use a seed phrase, you tap Other Options. And if you want to generate a completely new seed phrase, a completely random seed phrase, you want to hit Generate Seed Phrase. Or if you're importing a seed phrase from another wallet, you would enter it right here in chronological order. As well, if you have a passphrase, then you can enter that here. But assuming you're setting up a completely fresh wallet, you'd want to hit Generate Seed Phrase, and you can choose from 12 to 24 words. Now, these are the words that you want to write down. Personally, I recommend the seed phrase option, which I'll get into a little bit later. So if you are going with the seed phrase option, just make sure you write all these words down in chronological order. And I'll just go through that process. I'm going to choose the 24-word seed phrase and do it off screen here because I am going to be sending some crypto to my wallet here in a bit. So let me just write this down. And always double check that, you wrote down everything in the right order, because this is the master key to your wallet. And this process is even quicker if you choose not to use a seed phrase because you get to skip writing it down. But like I said, later I'll go over the reasons why I personally like to use a seed phrase, and then it's up to you if you want to use one or not. I know a lot of people like to use their Tangem wallet without a seed phrase, and that's one of the reasons why they use Tangem. But I think it's cool that Tangem lets the user choose how they want to use their wallet, and they don't force you to use a seed phrase or to not use a seed phrase. And as far as the 12 versus the 24 word argument, my thought is you may as well go with the 24 words because 24 words is more random. So it is technically more secure because it's longer and harder to guess. Now, no one has ever guessed a 12-word seed phrase. It's virtually impossible, but you may as well go with the more secure option. At least that's what I always do. Okay, so I wrote down my 24-word seed phrase. Now I'm just going to tap continue, and I can show you this. So this, some wallets will have you enter the entire seed phrase over again just to check. For me, I'm only going to, it's asking me, I enter the 2nd, 7th, and 11th word of my seed phrase. So I'll show you this. The 2nd is soda. The 7th word looks like it's sadness. And then the 11th word is spice. Unless I wrote that down incorrectly. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Let me make sure I counted right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, yeah. I definitely entered the wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more time. There we go. Okay. Once you've gone through that, you're just going to scan that same card that you started with again. And you have essentially transferred the seed phrase to the card. So we can set this card aside for now. Now you can grab any of your other cards and you want to add the backup. So you're going to select add ring or card and scan the next card. Again, it doesn't matter which one, just scan the one that you haven't scanned yet. Now, if you only had 2 cards, you would tap finalize backup. But since I have a 3-pack, I'm going to add the last card here. So I'll tap add card again and scan the last card. And once I've done that, I'm going to tap finalize backup. Okay, now we get to create an access code. Now, most wallets will have you set up a PIN, which they usually let you set up 4 to 16 digits. What I really like about Tangem is you can create an entire password using both numbers and letters and symbols. So it's even more secure than a PIN. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to do something very simple. And this access code, all it does is it prevents anyone from being able to pick up your cards physically, download the app on their phone, and use your cards. So this is a card-specific password. Okay, now it's saying prepare the backup card with number 5624. So if you look on the back, you can see there are numbers on the back. These numbers are simply identifiers for when you set up the wallet. It doesn't really matter after this, but it does matter when we're setting up the wallet. So it's asking me to scan the primary 5624 card. So I'll do that, hold it up to the back, and it's saying we need to hold it for about 15 seconds. And make sure to press firmly during this process. Depending on your phone, your NFC antenna may be weak. It might not be weak, just depends. So make sure you hold it firmly. Okay, set this card aside because that one is done with. Now it's saying we need to scan 5632, 5632. So we'll scan the card. And see, sometimes it does that. It only does that on my Android phone. It doesn't do that on iPhone. Again, it's really phone dependent. This is a brand new Android phone. It's just not the most expensive model. So just kind of how it goes. Okay, and now we can scan our last card, which is 5640. 5640, go ahead, scan card, and hold it for another 15 seconds. And if you're having issues with your phone scanning your card, I recommend Googling where the NFC antenna is located on your specific phone model and make sure you're holding the card up to that exact location. That might help. Okay, so we've gone through basically the recovery process or the initial seed phrase process. Here you can add any tokens that you plan on managing with your Tangem wallet. You can also add tokens later. So if you miss any right now, it's not a big deal. Um, Usually it has Bitcoin and Ethereum as default. So we're just going to hit later because I want to show you how to add tokens to your tokens page here in a second. You can also use biometrics if you'd like. So it says right here, access the app. So when you log into the Tangem app, you can choose to use biometrics versus scanning your card or ring. You can also use biometrics and study your access code for interacting with your card. So I'm going to allow biometrics, and that's literally it. That's it, how easy it is to set up the Tangent wallet. It is set up, and I did that on a live stream. Of course, I've set this up before, but really anyone can do this process. It walks you through the entire steps. Okay, so this is what the kind of home screen looks like. Important little note here that a lot of people don't know. If you look up here below your portfolio, it says 3 devices. So if you're ever curious, um, you have 3 cards attached to this wallet, and it is a seed phrase wallet. So if you're wondering if you set up your wallet with the seed phrase or not, just look right here and it'll tell you. A couple other things I want to go over is you can buy crypto through the Tangem app. You can also swap cryptos. You can swap one crypto for another. You can also sell crypto. Um, so yeah, there's that. Now, a couple other things. If you want to add another Tangem wallet to your Tangem app, so let's say you bought 2 sets of Tangem cards, you would do that right here. You just select add new wallet, and then the exact process that we went through, you just go through that process all over again, and you can manage multiple Tangem wallets in your single Tangem app. Also, you have app settings. This is where you can change a lot of things about how the Tangem app works. So, for example, I have the keep wallet in app enabled. So this means I don't have to scan my card every time I open the app. Again, I just use biometrics. And then I have the save access code feature enabled as well. So again, biometrics will be requested for interactions with my card versus using access code. And then you have the flip to hide balance, which I don't think works on this phone. But if you have that enabled, basically, if you just flip your phone like that, it will hide all your balances in the phone. And then, of course, you can choose, whether you want your light or dark theme or whatever. I like the dark theme personally. And then if you actually select your wallet in the app, this is where you can go to device settings and actually do some different things with your cards. So you have to enter your access code and just scan any card, it doesn't matter. So if you wanted to change your access code, you could do that right here. If you want to disable the option to change your access code, then you can disable that right here as well. But yeah, if you need to change your access code, you would do that here. And this is how you do it. Also, if you need to factory reset your cards, basically so they're brand new again, you would tap factory reset to setting or factory reset to factory settings right there. You can also name your wallet. So maybe you have like different cryptocurrencies, in each wallet. If you have multiple wallets, so you could name this one like, Bitcoin, or maybe you have different members in your family that you want to manage. So now, for example, this is my Bitcoin wallet. Okay, now when it comes to adding tokens to that main page we were just looking at, you would go here, and let me just back out to show you exactly where to go. So to add tokens, you go to settings, you select your wallet, and then you select manage tokens. And then here you can enable any tokens. We're going to be sending Solana to this Tangem wallet from my crypto exchange. So I'm going to search for Solana. and I'm going to enable it right here. And it's that simple. Now, if I go back to the, maybe I didn't wait long enough. Here's Solana right here. Oh, I forgot to hit the save button. Tap save. And if you're adding a coin that's on a new blockchain network that you've never used, you have to scan your card to add it. So that should have worked. Okay. All right, so now that we see we have Solana on the main token page. So now I'm going to show you how to send crypto to your wallet. So for this example, I'm going to be sending crypto from the Kraken crypto exchange. So the first thing you want to do is copy the receiving address from your Tangem wallet. So whatever crypto you're receiving, make sure to select it. And then you just tap the receive button. And then it gives you a little warning right here. Send funds using only the Solana network. Sending assets in other networks will result in permanent loss. Okay, got that. So then I'm just going to copy my receiving address like that. Now with your receiving address copied, go ahead and head over to your crypto exchange of choice. Again, this process works for every crypto exchange. It doesn't matter whether you're using Coinbase, Uphold, Kraken, Gemini, whatever it is. It's pretty much the same method here. Okay, so here I am on my crypto exchange. Going to go over to my portfolio tab, and I'm going to select the crypto that I want to send. So here I have $56 worth of Solana. So I'm going to select that. And depending on which exchange you're using, it'll either say deposit and withdraw or send and receive. So withdraw is the same as send, and deposit is the same thing as receive. So since we're sending, we want to withdraw the Solana because we're withdrawing it to our Tangem wallet. And then we need to select add withdrawal address. Let me go back. I don't think that was in focus. So for this, add withdrawal address. And this is where you paste your Tangem wallet address. So going to tap paste. And you can add a nickname, at least on Kraken. I'll just say this is Tangem wallet, if I can spell. And then add withdrawal address. Now I need to confirm this in my email. So let me make sure. Let's see if I can do that from my computer here. Dun, dun, dun. I might have to do this on my phone. Oh, here we go. Confirm address. So again, you're going to have to go into your email, at least if using Kraken, and confirm the address. Okay. So here we are. I've confirmed the address in my email. Again, depending on which crypto exchange, you may or may not have to do that little process. It's pretty straightforward though. And then you just select how much SOL or whatever crypto you're sending that you want to send to your Tangem wallet. In this case, I'm going to send all of it. If you want to do it in the USD value, you can just click this little button. So rather than entering the crypto amount, you can enter the dollar amount. But I'm just going to transfer everything. So I'm going to just tap that, and this is going to transfer all the Solana from the exchange to my Tangem wallet. So if that looks good, I'm going to tap next. And here's all the details that you want to double check. The total amount that I'm sending is going to cost me 0.005 SOL, which is like a few cents. And this is how much I should expect to receive in my Tangem wallet. And then the address that I'm withdrawing to. Assuming everything looks good, go ahead and tap confirm. And that's as simple as it gets. The Solana is on its way to my Tangem wallet. Now, depending on which cryptocurrency you're sending, this can take anywhere from a minute upwards of, close to an hour. If you're sending something like Bitcoin, it really just depends. So don't freak out if it doesn't immediately arrive in your Tangem wallet. But let's go back to Tangem. And as you can see, it hasn't arrived yet. Sometimes you'll have to, if you just pull down on your screen, you can see it kind of refreshes it. Sometimes you'll have to do that. And then once you receive your Solana or whatever crypto, you can go to that specific crypto in your wallet and you can see transaction history if you want to do that. And again, it's going to take a while. But something else I want to know is you can stake crypto natively in the Tangem wallet. Right now, there's only like 5 or 6 cryptocurrencies you can stake, Solana being one of them. So if you have any crypto in your wallet that you can stake, you would select it and then tap this stake button, and it'll show you all the different the terms of staking. So this is what I can expect to get for staking Solana, a 6.29% APR. Then you have the unbonding period, which is basically how long it'll take after you unstake until you can claim your Solana. And it has all the other details like that. And then, as you can see, my Solana did show up. So that took what, about a minute? And there it is. It's safely secured by my Tangem wallet. And now I can do other things. If you select Solana, I can send it to another wallet or back to the exchange if I needed to. I could sell it directly to my bank account. I could also swap it for another cryptocurrency directly in my Tangem wallet. So let's see if I could, you could search for other cryptocurrencies to swap for. It looks like for this one, I can only swap it to Bitcoin or Ethereum. So, if I wanted to swap all my Solana for Ethereum, I could just select maximum amount. And then it's going to fetch the best rates. And I'll be able to swap Solana for Ethereum directly in my wallet. And you can see all the different fees and everything right here. So that's about it. That's how easy it is to set up and secure your crypto with a Tangem wallet. Let me switch back to my main camera here. Okay. I covered some of these questions I'm about to bring up, but I do want to bring them up here just in case anyone else has these questions, because again, these are some common questions that I've seen. Let me bring it like this. So a lot of people are wondering or have asked, what's the difference between a 2 or a 3 pack of Tangem cards? You need a minimum of 2 Tangem cards to set up your Tangem wallet. And you can only set up a maximum of 3 cards per wallet in the app. So if you get a 3 card, a 3 pack, make sure you set up all your cards, because if you only set up 2 out of the 3 cards, you're basically going to have 1 useless card because you can't set up a wallet with only 1 card. That said, should you get the 2 or the 3 pack, if you plan on using a seed phrase with your Tangem wallet, you can get away with using a 2 pack. All the extra cards are backups for your crypto. So each card has the same key on them. So they're just additional backups. So again, if you're using a seed phrase, since the seed phrase itself is a backup and you can create as many backups as your seed phrase as you want, then you could get away with using a 2 pack. If you're not going to use a seed phrase, I highly recommend getting a 3 pack, just because those 3 cards will be your only backup. Then the question comes, should you use a seed phrase or no seed phrase? So Tangem is one of the only wallets that allows you to set up your wallet with or without a seed phrase. And I made some little notes here. You should use a seed phrase if you want the ability to access your crypto using another brand of wallet. So whether you want to use it in like a Ledger or a Trezor or anything like that, if you have your seed phrase, that is the key to your crypto. And you can take that seed phrase and use it in any other wallet. It's not isolated or stuck to with just Tangem. And this way you aren't solely relying on your Tangem cards to access your crypto. Now, if the thought of managing a seed phrase scares you, or you don't want that responsibility for whatever reason, you can set up your Tangem wallet without the seed phrase. Just realize that if you lose all your cards, all 3 of your cards or all 2 of your cards, or they all get damaged, which is pretty unlikely to lose or damage them all at the same time, then you will not be able to access your crypto. So let's say you had like 3 cards and you lost 2 of them. You only had 1 card left. If you lose that last card, you won't be able to access your crypto. So if you were in that scenario, you would need to transfer your crypto temporarily either to another wallet or to an exchange until you could buy more cards or whatever. And this is why I personally like to use the seed phrase option. So again, I'm not solely relying on the Tangem cards. Because if you have your seed phrase, even if you lose all your cards or they all get damaged, you can always import your seed phrase into another brand of wallet, or just buy a new set of Tangem cards and import it into those ones. And you'll be able to access your crypto like nothing ever happened. The reason Tangem recommends setting up your Tangem wallet without a seed phrase is because the number one, or one of the top ways people lose their crypto is they reveal their seed phrase to hackers and scammers. As long as you know to never share your seed phrase with anyone ever for any reason, then you're good to go. That's not going to happen to you. And then I did go over this during the setup, but a lot of people wonder, can I add multiple Tangem wallets to the Tangem app? And as I showed you, there is an option to add new wallets to your Tangem app. There's no limit to how many sets of cards you can manage using your one Tangem app. If there is a limit, it's really high, like over 50 sets of cards. I personally have 8 sets of Tangem cards. But on most of my phones, because I have a few different phones, and I have like 3 to 4 wallets on some of those phones. But that said, Tangem is one of the best wallets if you're looking to diversify your crypto into multiple wallets. Tangem is one of the easiest wallets for doing this because it does allow you to manage all your wallets in the one app, but they're all secured by their own cards and their own keys. So, yeah, and if you're watching this video at another time, make sure to check out this other video where I answer over 40 Tangem wallet questions. If you have any more questions about Tangem, it will be answered in this video more than likely. Okay, that said, I'm going to go through some of your comments now, some of your live streams here. And again, if you are looking to get your first Tangem wallet or buy another set, I do have a link in the description that gets you 10 to 25% off your entire Tangem order. The 10% deal, it goes all year round. As long as you use my link, you'll get that discount. The 25% off the ring and then the 15% off select cards, that's only a temporary deal. I think it ends, I want to say one of those deals ends on the 20th, and then maybe the other one goes to the end of the month. I'm not sure. So I'm going to pull up some of your chats here and we'll go over these. Likely when this video is actually published to YouTube, and I'll probably cut this part out. So if you have questions, now is the time to ask, because this part will be deleted from the video. Sultan says, I'm having access code issues with my grandfather's Tangem. If you want troubleshooting help with that, you're going to need to provide a lot more info so I can better assist you. Forever Forgiven says, glad to catch a live. Awesome to have you here. I appreciate you showing up. Wendy says that her Tangem wallet comes today. She's nervous to set it up. Wendy, don't be nervous to set it up. I mean, I just set it up in front of 100 people. Yeah, of course, I've done this before. But as you saw, like, the app pretty much walks you through the entire setup process. Really simple. Sending crypto, also extremely simple. You'll be nervous until you do it. It's like riding a bike for the first time. You know, you got to take the training wheels off and eventually just do it. Once you do this a few times, especially like the sending crypto part, it's extremely straightforward. Tony says, how do you transfer from one Tangem wallet to another Tangem wallet? The same way you transfer from an exchange to the Tangem wallet. Transferring crypto is the same no matter what wallet or exchange you're using. It's the exact same process. You copy the receiving address from the receiving wallet, you paste it into the send spot on the send wallet, and you hit send. It's very straightforward. Forever Forgiven, Tangem is compatible with iPhone. I can't show you that because I'm using iPhone to record, or I was using it to show you the setup process. It has a better camera than my Android phone, which is why I was using it as the camera. But Tangem is compatible with all iOS. I won't say all, but with iOS and Android mobile devices, as long as they have full NFC support, which most phones on the market have that nowadays. But for reference, like even my old iPhone 7 works with Tangem. So yes, Tangem does work with iOS and Android. That said, Tangem is a mobile-only wallet. It does not work with computers or tablets. Again, yes, Tangem works extremely well with iPhone. So for reference, again, I use my Tangem wallet on an iPhone 7, an iPhone 12 mini, and then an iPhone 15 Pro. It works flawlessly on all of those phones. Oh, he was confirming it does. Sorry. Um, Miss J says, "Can someone still get their crypto stolen on Tangem?" Anyone can get their crypto stolen on Tangem, but realize it's not. That is a user error. When someone loses their crypto and they're using a cold wallet, whether it's Tangem, Ledger, Trezor, OneKey, EliPal, whatever it is, 99.9% of the time, literally almost never, is it the actual fault of the wallet device. It's always a user error. The way that you don't get your crypto stolen is you keep that seed phrase secure. So simply don't enter your seed phrase on a random website or share it with anyone. If anyone ever asks for your seed phrase, 100% of the time it's going to be a scam. So as long as you don't do that, you're going to be secure. Also, don't use your cold wallet. Don't connect it to any external websites to sign transactions. If you do that, like I've been doing for almost 6 years now, your crypto is going to remain secure. I've been using Tangem. My first Tangem set, I got it about 3 years ago, and I've been using it to secure a good chunk of crypto without any issues. I sleep good at night. Peace of Mind said, "I initially forgot the first, second, and third card I used to mix them up. I realized the numbers on the cards. Yeah, and again, the numbers on the back of the cards are just card identifiers. It's not any private information or anything like that. And you really only need those numbers when you're initially setting up the card. After that, they're kind of useless." Clavon says, "I need to reset my card because the app opens without biometric or access code." Um, that's not something you would have to reset your card over. You would just need to change something in the settings. Clavon, do you have to scan the card to open the app? If you do, then that's just how you have it in settings. You just go to the settings, then go to app settings, and you would enable the keep wallet and app feature and the save access code feature. August says, "Does anyone know why when I transfer crypto to my Tangem wallet, I get a really small amount of Solana back, like 1/10 of a cent?" Not sure exactly what you mean or why that would happen. There is no way of seeing the 12 words you put on Tangem after setup, right? I wasn't able to see them again. I imported already existing 12 words. Yeah, once you set up your Tangem wallet and the seed phrase is once you're past that seed phrase steps, it's completely erased from the app and from your phone. You can never view it again. So that's why you want to write it down correctly. Regis says, "Hi, can I change the fiat currency displayed as my total balance amount, or can it only show US dollars?" So you're asking if it can show up in a different currency other than USD. I think so. I definitely, yeah, there is. So here, Regis, let me show you how to do that. Let me just switch back over to my camera here. So if you want to change what's displayed right here, it's displayed in USD. Let me go to the full screen mode. So Regis, you just go to settings, then you go to app settings, and right here, app currency, you select that, and you can change it to a bunch of different currencies. So that's how you would change that. Super, super straightforward and simple. Do, 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 do. Born Bad says gas fees. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but there are, anytime you transact on the blockchain, there are blockchain fees. Is my seed phrase exposed to the internet at any point? No, the seed phrase is generated in an isolated environment within the Tangem app. Nothing externally has access to the Tangem app. This is how the app is designed, and it's only displayed long enough for you to record it. After you record the seed phrase and move on to the next step, it's erased from the app and is transferred to your cards where it remains indefinitely. Samrat says, which is more secure, 12 or 24 word seed phrase with a passphrase? Again, 24 words is always going to be more secure. It's longer and more random. The longer and more random something is, the more secure it is. OPG says, I remember you recommend diversifying your crypto wallets. My question is, do you use both wallets from the same brand? In this case, both Tangem, or one Tangem and one from another brand? It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter. If you like Tangem and you enjoy using it and you don't have any issues with it, then you would just probably get another Tangem if that's what you want to do. If you want to try a different brand of wallet, then you can do that too. The important thing is that the seed phrase is different. So it's not, it doesn't matter as much as what wallet you're using, but what matters when diversifying crypto is that it's two separate seed phrases, because a seed phrase is technically the wallet. All cold wallets are really just secure signing devices. They're just devices that hold the keys. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Felipe says, would you recommend having one Tangent wallet just to send and receive crypto and other to interact with DeFi? Definitely don't use your main cold storage wallet to interact with DeFi. So however you want to do that. You should have one cold wallet that is your savings account. You only use it to basically send and receive crypto, and you can use the native cold wallet app like the Tangem app to buy, swap, whatever, but you don't connect it to any external DeFi sites. So yeah, you could buy another Tangem wallet to do that, or you could just use a hot wallet. It's really up to you. Personally, I use a lot of hot wallets when I'm interacting with DeFi platforms. Just don't keep any large amounts of crypto in that wallet. Once you're done interacting with the DeFi platform, you'd want to transfer that crypto back to your main wallet. Buck says, why is the market down today? That's how crypto goes, my friend. It's a volatile asset. Things go up and down. That's how it's always been. Donald says, could you buy 2 sets of 3 cards, 6 cards altogether, and set up 3 wallets using the 2 cards per wallet? Yep, you can do that. Doesn't matter. You could buy 100 different packs of Tangem wallets. You can mix all the cards all in a pile, completely random. And yeah, you can set up, 2 or 3 sets of wallets using your Tangem app. So you can definitely do that. Peace of Mind says, is it safe to connect Kraken to my bank account as a payment method? I've done that since I got into crypto almost 6 years ago, and I've never had an issue. Just for Fun says, I got a question. After logging into Tangem on a new phone, you need access code again so your funds will appear again. Have you experienced this? Yes, when you set up your, that's another thing. If you lose your phone or whatever, or your phone gets destroyed, you can still access your Tangem wallet even on a new phone. Process is really simple. You would just download the Tangem app. Then you tap the scan card button. Then you scan any one of your cards. It doesn't matter. And then, yes, it will ask you for your access code. That is the normal procedure. And this is to prevent anyone from just being able to pick up your cards and access your crypto. So that is correct. And that's for security purposes. Wouldn't have it any other way personally. I have a Tangem that I used to stake XCN from their site, connected my wallet with their staking platform. Am I at risk for spin approval giving contract? If you're talking about doing it directly through the Tangem app, you should be good. But you should understand the risks of staking in general. And I'm not talking about like what wallet you use or anything like that, but there are risks with staking in general that you could potentially lose your crypto, such as slashing and things like that. But in terms of like contract approvals, you're good if you're using the Tangem app. Wendy says, can I set up cards and give them to my adult sons, or do they have to set them up themselves so I can transfer crypto to them? I want them all to have access to their own Tangem card. Wendy, if you're going to gift your sons, your kids, crypto wallets, you should really let them set it up and learn how to use it. Otherwise, you're not setting them up for success. They should really understand the full process and what they're doing. They should understand what a seed phrase is, the importance of keeping it safe, how to set it up, how to recover it. Once they set up your wallet, all they would need to do is give you their receiving address, and you can send them crypto to their wallet. When you send crypto to someone's wallet, like Wendy, if you send crypto to my wallet, I don't need to be in my wallet. You don't need access to my wallet. The only thing you need from me is my receiving address. If you have my receiving address, you can send crypto to my wallet. I could be passed out asleep in bed. It doesn't matter. It's like sending an email. As long as you have someone's email address, you can send them an email. It's the same thing for crypto. HB800 says, can you show how to make a passphrase? If you want to see how to make a passphrase on the Tangem wallet, it is a bit more of a complicated process. It's not like other cold wallets. I have a video on that. If you just type in how to set up a passphrase Tangem wallet on YouTube, I have a dedicated video for that. It's not something I'm going to do on this live stream. OPG says, in my Tangem wallet, I don't see the option to stake ETH, just Solana. Is that right? You can't stake ETH in Solana right now. That's not an option. Again, there's like 6 cryptos you can stake natively in the Tangem app. ETH isn't one of them. Coder says, can I use an imported 20-forward seed phrase with a passphrase on Tangem? Yes, you can. Like I showed, when you initially set up the wallet, you select other options, import phrase, then you enter your seed phrase, and then you enter your passphrase. Just note, Tangem doesn't support multiple receiving addresses. And what I mean by that is you get one Ethereum address, you get one Bitcoin address, you get one Solana address, whereas other wallets will let you use multiple Ethereum addresses, for example. So if the wallet you're using right now if you have multiple Ethereum addresses, for example, they're not going to show up in the Tangem wallet until they get that feature figured out. I just went over this. The Tangem wallet does not generate a new Bitcoin address. You get one address per network with the Tangem wallet. Can I add new coins and blockchains to Tangem? So Tangem supports over 85 different blockchain networks, and I mean, if we're getting real technical, millions of cryptocurrencies, because like Solana alone has millions of cryptos on it. So you can, as long as Tangem supports the blockchain network and the coins you're trying to add, then yes, you can add them. Janice says, thank you for teaching. You're helping people, much appreciated. God bless. And it looks like you sent $4.99. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. I appreciate you so much. Is it safe to buy crypto directly from the Tangem app? Yep, it's 100% safe. It's just like buying crypto anywhere else on any other crypto exchange. Because realize when you're buying crypto through the Tangem app, or when you're selling crypto through the Tangem app, Tangem just partners with crypto exchanges to make that process more seamless. So it's not any different than buying it on Coinbase or buying it on Kraken or whatever it is. Just know that the fees are going to be higher when buying directly through Tangem, because the crypto exchange that they partner with, they're basically charging you an additional convenience fee, is the way that I see it. So you'll probably get a better rate if you're buying directly on an exchange and then transfer to your Tangem wallet. Wendy says, thank you again. You're very welcome. Happy to help. Again, if you're looking to get your first Tangem wallet or get another Tangem wallet, since you can manage as many Tangem wallets as you want in the Tangem app, the link in the description will get you 10 to 25% off your entire Tangem wallet order. Just a heads up. SC says, what is the point of having so many cold wallets? Any specific reason? Well, the reason that I have over 30 cold wallets is because it's my job to test and review cold wallets. That said, you should, depending how much crypto you have and what you feel comfortable keeping on your wallets, it's always smart to not keep all your eggs in one basket and diversify your crypto portfolio across different wallets. That way, if you make a mistake and you compromise one of your wallets, you don't lose all of your crypto. How much crypto to keep in each wallet? That's up to you. I can't tell you. I can't tell you that. There's not a right or a wrong answer. That's really up to you. But if that's all the questions that y'all have, then I think we can end it right here. So again, link for a discount code, link to Tangent Wallet and discount in the description. Um, you can get 25% off. So the Tangem ring, I'll shout out real quick. This is a cold wallet. It works exactly like the cards. So the exact process that I went through, you can do it with the ring, and the ring comes with 2 cards as well. So the Tangem ring is 1 ring, 2 cards. If you want a wearable cold wallet, definitely check out the ring. You get 25% off that right now using that link. And then there are different designs of cards. They all work the same, but there's like a Bitcoin edition, like a Bitcoin design, different designs of cards. Those are, up to 15% off using that link as well. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining me. God bless and peace out.